Hello guys, how are you? On the Alfa Romeo Spider and Brera 939, how to replace the light bulbs. For that you need to remove the tail light. On this video I explain you how to remove it and how to replace the light bulbs. In order to remove the tail light, you have to access the rear nuts on the tail light. For example, here on this new tail light, I will replace it because this one is broken. You have 4 screws that you have to take out the 4 nuts. To access those 4 nuts, you have here this L-shaped, I will show you with more detail in a minute. You have this L-shaped cover and also this round plug to be able to access the nuts. So you have here your L-shaped cover. Using this coin, this shopping cart coin, you can insert it over here. With a quarter turn, turn it to the left side and take out the cover, like this. On this round one, again the same thing, a quarter turn to the left and remove it. And inside you can access the 4 nuts for the tail light. For that I like to use this long 10mm socket. You can use another type of tool, but this is very good. And just like this, you can take out the nuts. Be careful not to lose them. And the other one is over there, and the inside. Now it's a good time to take out the top cover of the tail light. To do that, you want to pull it back. You have to make sure the cover is higher than the tail light. So maybe with a screwdriver, raise it like this and pull it back, as you can see. To put on, you just need to put it on the top and press it, just like this. To take out, pull up and pull back. Okay? Now the tail light, to remove it, sometimes it may be a little bit stuck. So what you want to do is to push on the bolts like this. Okay? And on the other side, on the outside, try to catch it so it does not fall on the ground, on the paint job. Okay, to get to the light bulbs, you just have to take out here the tail light to a side and do a quarter turn on the plugs like this. Replace your light bulbs. Okay, replaced. And another quarter turn clockwise like this. Now, to put back together, you need to pay attention to this seal over here. It may appear a bit of foam that does not do anything, but really this prevents you water entering to your car. So be very, very, very careful with this. What I like to do is to insert it on the tail light, and actually that's the way that comes from factory. And I like to pinch it over here on the bolts, like this, so it does not fall off as I'm trying to put back together the tail light. Okay? And then you just have to insert the screws on the holes and do the reverse. But I will replace the tail light, so let's do it with a new one. Now on the new tail light, it comes with a wiring loom, which is very nice, very good, and comes with this clip also. Now what you want to do on the car is to remove the plug over here and remove the clip. On the clip you can do it in 2 different ways. You can use this clip by squeezing on here on the old one and taking out the old assembly, or you can take out the plug from the inside over there. Okay, you have to, with a small screwdriver, go in there and take out. The space to do that is very tight, so I will try both things. I will try to take out from here, and if I cannot, I will try to take out on the inside. Let's see. So I'll try like this. Even if I break the plug, no, that is not a problem, because the new one, the new harness has the plug. But if you are doing this to just to take it out. Try not to break it too much. I know this is not the way to do it, but I don't have a tool to get in there. If I'm not able, I can also pull it down. Try to... Okay, like this. And with your left hand, take out and hold on the tail light. The next step is very important, is to compare both of the tail lights. Remember that you have left-hand drive and right-hand drive, and for that this car only uses the reverse light on one side and the fog light on the other. On this case, the fog light is on the left side of the car, so the both of the tail lights must be exactly the same. If it is for a left-hand drive car, it will not be the same. Compare if all the pegs are there, compare the sides of the tail light are the same, see if you have any defect on the product, and also check if all of the light bulbs are in place. And now we have absolutely sure that we can assemble the product. Just have to take out here this clip and insert it in place. When inserting any tail light on any car, you must be sure that the wiring loom is not pinched between the sealer and the tail light and the car. Because if that happens, you will have a water leakage to the inside of the car. So be very careful and be very sure that that does not happen. Every car is different. Every car deserves a certain appreciation of the job in hand. So on this case, what I like to do before assembling the tail light is to use this hole over here to insert the plug, yes, but with my finger try to clip it in place inside there. So I'd like to do it like this, and then with my finger try to clip it in place. Be careful when doing this, because you can damage the paint job and you can damage this very, very expensive tail light. So on the inside I try to use my fingers to clip it in place. So you have on this side, you have those two rails that you have to meet on there, and you have to go all the way down like this. Almost there, okay, almost there. Okay, and now up and click, let it click upwards. Okay, you can actually make it click once you have your plug on the other side. Again, you have to be absolutely certain that the wiring loom is not stuck, is not pinched between these two surfaces. So be very careful, because this is a very expensive car. Okay, and make sure all of the bolts go in there. The next step I like to do is to insert one or two nuts. You don't need to screw it all the way just now. It's just for the tail light not to fall off as you are working on the car. And at the same time, make sure you have all of the nuts in place. All the holes coincide. It's everything nice and perfect. Now to clip on the plug, you must use this hole to go in there, fish it out and clip it in place. But it's very tight and you cannot see anything, and I want to record that. So on this car, on this side of the car, you have this light over here for the trunk, and you can take it out. You just have to push it down, down, okay, down. And it is just like the side blinkers on the Alfa 156, 159. You just have to pinch these tabs over here and it will come out. So you can also take out the plug if you want to. And now I have access to the plug and I have access to record. Very nice. Put the light back in, like so, and like so. just one more tip. Now, as you want to start to screw all the nuts, you may be tempted to go all the way and start to do force on it. You want to be very careful because this is a very large tail light. You don't want to break anything. What I mean is, if you have a misfit on the tail light and you are tightening this like crazy, you will not notice it until it cracks. So what I advise you to do is to, okay, keep a hand on the wrench, but on the outside, pushing the outside of the tail light to feel if the position of the tail light is correct. So just like this, try to push it in, almost to be certain that the position is correct. And with your finger, you can actually tighten up the nuts all the way almost through. Remember that we have to squeeze down the new seal, so it must be a little bit harder than the used one. And now, yes, you can start. This one is always difficult to find because my big head does not fit in here, but my fingers do. Giggity. And now, with your hand, just to feel it, not push it very hard. Feel the tail light. And with just a finger on your socket, the force is very little to tighten this. Just like this. Okay? One is down. The other one. No particular order. I like to jump to one side or the other. Okay, just one finger to tighten it. And this one, my socket wrench is always jumping. Okay, just one finger. The selector here is okay. And the last one. Okay,